Welcome back to the channel, guys. Benjamin Franklin stopped attending school when he was 10 years old to work as his father's apprentice. Apart from his love of literature, he didn't exhibit any particular flair or aptitude while he was a teenager. He was the most renowned inventor in America, a prolific author, and a prosperous businessman when he passed away a little more than 50 years later. What transpired to generate such a precipitous climb between these 2 points? The answer to this question reveals a life success technique that we can all utilize, and are increasingly required to employ. Ben Franklin continuously dedicated about an hour a day to purposeful learning throughout his entire life. Franklin's 5-hour rule is what I refer to as 1 hour each day, every workday. Franklin's educational activities included reading and writing in the morning, creating and monitoring goals for one's own development, such as a list of virtues, establishing a club for like-minded aspiring craftsmen and artisans who sought to better themselves while bettering their communities, putting his experiments into practice. Asking contemplation questions in the morning and the evening. Franklin's productivity decreased each time he took time out of his busy day to adhere to his 5-hour rule and spend at least 1 hour learning. However, looking back, it was conceivably the best use of his time that he could have given it. Franklin's 5-hour rule is based on the incredibly straightforward notion that, over time, those who are persistent and purposeful learners will be the brightest and most successful. Every day, Warren Buffett reads 500 pages of corporate reports and 5 newspapers for 5 to 6 hours. Each year, Bill Gates reads 50 books. Every 2 weeks, Mark Zuckerberg reads at least 1 book. According to his brother, Elon Musk read 2 books a day while growing up. Books were Oprah Winfrey's ticket to personal freedom, and she attributes much of her success to them. Home Depot co-founder Arthur Blank reads for 2 hours every day. The Cleveland Cavaliers owner and self-made billionaire Dan Gilbert reads for 1 to 2 hours each day. What would it look like if we implemented the 5-hour rule into our daily lives? Josh Waitzkin, a world champion martial artist and chess grandmaster, is the only person we need to ask to find out. He has really done the opposite of trying to maximize his productivity by trying to stretch out his days. Waitzkin, who also wrote The Art of Learning, intentionally leaves space in his schedule for learning, creativity, and higher quality work. In a current Tim Ferriss podcast, he explains this strategy as follows. Having vacant space for the development of my ideas for the creative process has become a cornerstone of my life. And for the development of a physiological state that is open enough to tune in extraordinarily deeply to the people I work with. It's so simple to strive for efficiency in the creative process and ignore the extremely subtle psychological work required to operate on the precipice. Slack in our schedule enables us to 1. Create a learning plan. This enables us to carefully consider what we wish to learn. We shouldn't limit our objectives to only setting goals. In terms of what we want to learn, we should also have goals. 2. Practice on purpose. We can use the established principles of purposeful practice so we keep improving, as opposed to just doing things mechanically and not developing. This entails taking the time to seek objective criticism on our work and working on the particular talents we wish to develop. 3. Ruminate. This aids in assimilation of new concepts and gives us a broader perspective on our lessons gained. It can also assist us in forming slow hunches that lead to original insights. As many greats who were or are walking enthusiasts have demonstrated, from Beethoven and Charles Darwin to Steve Jobs and Jack Dorsey, walking is a great approach to digest these discoveries. Utilizing conversation companions is another effective strategy. 4. Allocate time solely for learning. This includes things like reading, conversing, taking part in masterminds, attending classes, watching other people, etc. 5. Deal with issues when they come up. The majority of people tend to brush things off during the day, so they may go on to their next task. Slack gives you the opportunity to solve little issues before they grow into larger ones. 6. Conduct tiny tests with significant potential rewards. Whether or not an experiment is successful, it provides a chance to learn and test your theories. Many people judge their professional day by how much they accomplish. They rush through the day as a result, which slows their rate of development. The 5-hour rule reverses the order of priority by emphasizing learning first. Let's look at a sales call to understand the implications of this. Please note that you may substitute sales call with any repetitive activity you engage in. The majority of professionals do some research before the call, make the call, take notes, and then hang up. A person with a learning focus would consider which skill to practice on the call, do so, and then think back on the lessons they had learned. That person would invite a colleague on the conversation and ask the colleague to give candid feedback afterward if they truly desired to learn on a deeper level. Every time we conduct a sales call, we improve as a result of adopting a learning lifestyle. By concentrating on learning, we can stop automating our habits and maintain growing rather than reaching a plateau. Every circumstance offers a chance to get better. In the long run, we accomplish so much more when we make learning a lifestyle.